Well, it looks like the government shutdown is ending probably today, and I'm pissed. And at the same time, I'm not. Does that make sense? You see, the Democrats said that they were holding out to make sure that the Obamacare subsidies got extended so that way people could afford their health insurance for the next year. And they didn't even get that. But when you think about it, what was the chances that they were actually going to get what they wanted? I mean, during this shutdown, the second longest in the history of this country, the Trump administration was firing people, those reductions in force that we were hearing about, telling people that while they were working for no pay, they weren't going to get back pay, so they were just working for free. And they were at the Supreme Court arguing against funding SNAP benefits that there was money to pay for. And why? Because they knew Democrats cared about the people, and Republicans? Apparently, that party doesn't mind using people's pain as leverage in a negotiation. That's something we should probably keep in mind for the future. Now, I will say I agree with Republicans on this one point that we probably have more people than we would like dependent on the government to meet their basic needs. That being said, we should acknowledge that Republican policies are a big part of the reason why so many people are dependent on the government in the first place. You see, Republican policies allow companies to pay poverty wages. Republican policies make it harder for people to organize and unionize and get those higher wages that they need to meet their basic needs. And Republican policies cut taxes on the wealthiest corporations and individuals in this country, encouraging them to hoard those profits rather than reinvesting them in their people and their communities and their business. Now, let me be clear, I'm not here to let my fellow Democrats off the hook because for too long, the Democratic Party's response to the Republican policies has been to try and soften the blow, to make it easier to live in a broken system, rather than fixing that system in the first place and making the private sector obligated to pay its people enough money to live. We need to break this cycle where one party breaks the ladder, the other one builds a crutch, but neither one fixes the system that prevents people from climbing in the first place.